Hi, Coach. Just quick recap last week. Seems like the defense gave you a chance to get a win.
Yeah, I mean, played really well. Got off the field quite a bit. They're talented on that side of the football as their skill spot. So it's, there's a couple of chunk plays that we gave up, obviously, but that's going to happen against them. I thought as a whole, everybody played well. We were physical. No big eyes. We just too many crucial mistakes at bad times, and you can't do that against those teams.
Are you surprised at the current GLIAC standings? At this point in the season, just like how much was just a big logjam there?
No, I mean, after going through the schedule, I mean, everybody is, especially in the, Ferris is Ferris. Everybody else is kind of in that same situation where anybody can beat anybody. So it doesn't surprise me a ton. Obviously things will get separated after this weekend, but are there a couple of games that we thought would go a different way? Yes, but in terms of how the middle of the pack is right now, it's not overly surprising.
So heading into the final game of the regular season, what areas of focus you guys have for Saginaw Valley?
Yeah, I mean, it's another talented team coming in. As skilled as the rest of the top of the GLIAC in terms of their skill spots. So we're going to have our hands full from that standpoint. We need to do a better job of taking care of the football in the red zone. And, we can't continue to shoot ourselves in the foot. We get opportunities to put points on the board. We've got to be able to execute at that time. And, we got to get back to playing complementary football. I felt like on Saturday, we go down and get the score to make it a 8-7 game, immediately give up the kick pass of 50, and then, they're in the end zone 3 plays later. And the momentum of playing off of each other didn't match up. We got to get back to being able to execute on both sides of the football at the same time to where we can, get points on the board, get stops, so on and so forth, to where we can potentially build a lead at that point.
It seemed like AB had a good game, feeling good about himself physically.
Yeah, I mean, he battled through it. He's not himself. That was obvious, with the way he was moving. But what Elliott gives us with his feet and whatnot, allows us to play both of them. And, AB made some plays on Saturday in terms of throwing the football. We had the rushing score on the one where he just went up the middle. But, he's doing everything he can to not only get himself back to healthy, but battling through what I'm sure is doesn't feel great when he's playing, and was effective on Saturday. So, love his effort and toughness that he showed. And then obviously getting the young kid involved, he's going to do his part as well.
Mid-November game, anything you guys do to prepare for weather?
It is what it is. I mean, when you live up here, it's part of the deal. So we'll practice in it all week, and whatever ends up happening on Saturday, rain, snow, 50 degrees, whatever it's going to be, we'll be ready for that part of it. But it's part of the deal. We've actually been pretty fortunate in terms of what the weather's been like throughout the fall. So even last week ended up being all right from a temperature standpoint. So can't complain about that. It is what it is, and we'll deal with it.
Senior class, a lot of big impact players on your senior class, as is always with Michigan Tech football. What do you like about this group, and how are you going to celebrate it?
Yeah, I mean, we talk about it every year. Tough to watch, the guys that have meant so much to the program walk out of here. But, this class in particular, you go back to the beginning of the fall, and we talked over and over about how many new guys were going to be playing, young, inexperienced, whatever it is. This senior class did an incredible job of keeping everybody together and make sure everybody understands how we do things, and highs and lows throughout a fall, never wavered. And I felt like that group took a huge step in terms of what our leadership is in our locker room, and got a ton to thank them about for that. But obviously a lot of production on the field as well, playing in their last game at Sherman Field, and no better way to send them out than to take care of business on Saturday.
Coach, you talked about the weather, and then it's something that you're used to, but is there a reiteration of the guys of preparation when they're warming up to make sure that their bodies are ready to go? Because with the weather, injuries can happen, and tightness and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's, that's kind of a given. Obviously, if you're going to play, you got to stay warm. So whether that's continuing to move on the sideline jackets, the heaters, whatever it is, we'll do everything we can to make sure that they're taken care of from that standpoint, so that if number does get called, they're ready to go. But I think unless it's below temperatures, what we're going to deal with on Saturday is not going to be the end of the world. Our guys will be ready to go, and once you get into the flow, it's not necessarily an issue at that point.
To be able to put a young guy like Elliott in games in certain situations and give him that experience, what does that mean for kind of his progression as a player?
Yeah, it's obviously a big deal. I mean, he's one of 5 true freshmen that are playing this year, and not only getting a couple reps, but valuable minutes in what we're doing, helps him out right now, obviously, and allows him to mature a little bit quicker in terms of what we're doing schematically. But, you'd like to think, whether it be next year or 2 years down the road, that experience helps him grow up a little bit faster as well. So it's been good for us.